Hello and welcome to another Rice DMC video tutorial. In this video, you're going to learn how to use PowerPoint to create an animation video. First thing we want to do is load up PowerPoint 2016 and start a blank presentation. We can go ahead and delete both of these text boxes by highlighting over both and hitting the delete key on your keyboard, because we want to start with a completely blank template. Now, we'll go to the Insert tab and the Shapes drop down, where you can see all kinds of shape tools you can use to create your very own art inside your PowerPoint slides. We're going to use the Curved Line tool. Now, the theme of this slide is water cycle, so we're going to go ahead and start with drawing a mountain range. Now that we have our line, we can see that we're in the Drawing Tools Format tab. Here, you have all kinds of settings you can use to customize the shapes you make. So we're going to go to Shape Outline, since it's just a line, and we're going to choose a color. You have some theme colors here you can choose, and some standard colors here, but if you want more flexibility in the colors you can choose, click More Outline Colors. Now we'll go to the Standard tab. In here, you have some hexes of different colors you can choose, a little bit more variety. We're going to choose a brown color for the mountain range and click OK. Now under Shape Outline, we're going to change the weight to be a little bit thicker. We'll choose 3-point. That looks good. Now, we're going to draw a few more lines. Going back to the Insert tab and the Shapes drop down, we're going to choose the Curved Line tool once more. Now we're going to draw some rivers coming down from the mountain range. There's one. We'll go back to the Insert tab, Shapes drop down to choose the Curved Line tool again. And we'll branch it off from the first one. So we'll click here and double click to finish. Now, we'll change the color of both of these to blue, and we'll change the weight to 2 1/4 point, so that you can see those a little bit better. Alright, so now we have our mountain range and rivers. Now we're going to use the Curved Line tool again to create waves in this lake that we've made down here. Okay, now that I have this wave, we can go to the Shape Outline, change the color, and add a little bit more weight to that line. Now I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste a few times and add some rotations to add more waves with a little variety. Alright, now that that's done, we're going to draw a box over all of these waves, and you'll see that we're in the Format tab again. So at the far right, you're going to go to this Group drop down and click Group. This will group all the waves together as a single object, making it easy to animate later. Alright, now we'll go back to the Insert tab and the Shapes drop down, and we'll choose the Isosceles Triangle shape. We're going to create some pine trees, so we'll draw a triangle like the top of a tree, and then the Shape Fill, change that to green, and the Shape Outline we can also change to green. In the Shape Effects, we can add some shadow to it as well. Go to Shadow, and then add whichever one you want. I'm going to choose this one. Now, if we use the slider at the bottom right, we can zoom in a little bit to get a clearer picture of what we're doing. Now, I'll go to the Insert tab again, Shapes. This time, I'm going to choose the rectangle so we can create the trunk of the tree. So, I'll create a little trunk. That looks good. And now I'll change the Shape Fill to brown, we can go under recent colors to use the same brown that we used for the mountain range. And for the shape outline, I'll just use the same brown, and then I'll add the same shadow effect so it looks like the tree. Now you'll see it looks kind of weird because the trunk is actually in front of the tree. So what we can do is we can click the triangle, then in the Format tab, we can go to the right and click Bring Forward. That will bring the triangle in front of the trunk, and now that looks a lot better. So we'll select both of these, we'll go back to the group over here, and group those together as one tree object. That looks pretty good. I'll use the zoom slider to zoom out again, and now we can click that tree, copy, and paste it, and we can put them where we want. So I'll go ahead and do that real quick. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to do the same thing as we did with the waves, select all of them, go to the Format tab, and group those together as well so we can animate them all together later. Along with creating your own drawings in PowerPoint using the shape tools, you can also insert your own images. We'll go to the Insert tab and then Pictures on the left. And you can browse to wherever you have your images saved. We'll click one and click the Insert button. I'll drag him into the water and then scale it down a little bit. That looks good. In the Format tab, you have all kinds of effects you can apply, much like you could with the shapes. I'll go to Picture Effects and add a shadow. You can also insert text. We'll go to the Insert tab, and on the right, you have multiple text options you can choose from. For now, we're just going to use the Word Art tool, and here's a whole bunch of presets you can choose from. You can choose whichever one you want. I'll choose this one. I'll drag it up here, select all the text, and I'll type Hello World. In the Format tab, you have word art styles you can choose from. Be careful, when changing shape styles, it'll actually just change the style of the box around the text and the outline around the text as well. So we just want to stick to word art styles. We can change the text fill to whatever color we want, and the text outline to whatever we want as well. You can add text effects just like you could with the shapes and pictures, and I'm going to add a bevel to give it a 3D look. This concludes part 1 of the PowerPoint animation video tutorial. Continue on to part 2 to see how to animate and save your PowerPoint as a video.